So Grant actually started this business back in 2020. So I'm going to go ahead and let him talk a little bit about what it was like actually getting started and how you got started in the private lending space, your first deal, et cetera.
Yeah. So just a little background about where I was at that point in my life. Graduated college in 2018. I went to a local college here. And that's actually where Chris and I met. So we've been running and trying to start small businesses ever since our freshman dorm room experience. But
Amazon fulfillment, the latter.
Oh yeah. A number of odd businesses, whether it's foot detox pads or hypodermic rollers for your face and the serums that go with them. So just a bunch of crazy stuff. Cat laser pointers that were too powerful and could have blinded your cat if
Those
it actually sold. So no, not new to the entrepreneurship space per se, but anyway, so after getting out of college, joined a family business, and that's where I currently work as I've been starting and running this business. And one of the challenges getting through school is I was a finance background, and I was always looking for opportunities to grow my wealth and continue to kind of build the legacy out. And I came across a local rehabber here through a mutual friend, and I knew really nothing about the space at the time, and I made some favorable terms in the deal, certainly, but I had a fix and flipper rehabber who was really willing to explain things to me and help me understand the space, and so that's where things really started to take off. And essentially what happened is when I did my first deal, I was going to have to pull money out of my taxable investment account. So I was going to have a tax liability should I pull that money out and cover this deal. And I didn't want to do that. So I ended up using a line of credit that I had against my portfolio. And all of a sudden it kind of had that almost epiphany where, okay, I actually, maybe I don't have to come out of pocket and take the tax liability. I can just earn an infinite rate of return so long as I underwrite well and I match short-term risk with, short-term security. So that's really the prerequisite for how this business got started.
Yeah. And so did your mutual friend from college, did he approach you and say, hey, listen, I have this rehabber. I know that you have capital available. Why don't you two should meet? How did that dialogue go, and how did you actually end up connecting with your first borrower?
Yeah, so I'd kept in touch with this peer from college, this friend from college, and we'd regularly meet up just to talk about things and stay in touch. And I was actually doing 48 and 48. Right, 48 miles in 48 hours, and I actually ran to the location where he was at to meet him at a Starbucks, drenched in sweat, and he's over there pitching me on. He's like, hey, I think I have a good fit for you in terms of an opportunity for you to profit. And he was a real estate agent at that time and still is. And he had been representing this investor in terms of, helping him purchase off market deals and then put deals back on the market. And so it was really a good relationship he had there. And then knowing me as well, it was just, he was able to connect the dots and kind of keep the ball rolling for all of us.
Yeah. And that's really how it goes, right? I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like this is something that's mentioned a lot, but it really does come down to relationships.